Welcome to the halfway point of the best team season. Lachlan 2612 Sports Channel here, and we are going to be taking a look at the ladder to see who is where after the halfway point of the best team season. First spot on the ladder is the three-peat Hawthorn team of 2013 to 2015 under Alistair Clarkson. Lethal Lee's Lions are not far behind in second, late in 3. And that's that three-peat team of 01 to 03. While Richmond's premiership run of 2017 to 2020 are so far sitting in third. Same record as the Lions, but the Lions have got the better percentage. Geelong are sitting in 4th with a 7-4 record, and that's that team when they won 2 premierships under Bob Thompson, and they won 1 more under Chris Scott in 2011. 5th on the while rounding out the top 8. They're most likely the elimination final spots. In 5th is the Port Adelaide team of 1997 to 2004. One of the best teams outside of that Brisbane era, outside of the Lions. 6th on the ladder is the West Coast Eagles in 2006, with that midfielder Cousins, Judd Kerr, and Dean Cox. It was a pretty good team, that one. 7th on the ladder was the best individual season team outside of Brisbane, Hawthorn, Geelong, and Richmond, and that's the Essendon Bombers of 2000. They had a really good year. So far in the best teams format, they're currently struggling 6 and 5. While for the Crows of 1997, 1998, they had such a hot start to the season, and then they just kind of dropped off, losing 3 in a row. And they're now 6 and 5. You're like at a similar point they were halfway through 98. Melbourne's premiership year of this year, they're sitting in 9th on the ladder right now. 10th is St Kilda of 2009, 2010. That Saints team was pretty good in their own right. 11th on the table is the Carlton side of 1995. They went 23 and 2 in 1995, but in the best team season, they currently need to lift their game in the second half of the year. Same with the North Melbourne side of 1996. They're sitting in 12th right now. The Roos need to lift their game badly. Surely they're going to have to start winning games again if they want to make finals. 13th is the all-time GWS Giants team. Like if all our best players were still on the Giants. 14th is Collingwood of 2010. They're kind of doing pretty good. Hang on, they're 5th bottom, but they need to get their act together. 15th on the ladder is the Swans team of 2012 to 16. They had a tough start to the year due to some tough fixtures. Second half of the year they should be okay. Western Bulldogs of 2016. Man, this Bulldogs team has just fell off the cliff. Premiers in their own season, but with the best of the best, they've absolutely fallen off a cliff. They are third bottom right now. What's going on with the Bulldogs? They need to lift their game if they want to at least make a final run towards the 8. 17th on the ladder A team that has got absolutely no hope is the 2006 Fremantle Dockers. Christ above, this team has got no hope. And as for the Gold Coast Suns all-time team, they really have no hope. They haven't even won a game yet. And their percentage is at a shocking 25%. And they are sitting 18th on the ladder. Christ above. Lift your game, Gold Coast. If you don't want to go 0-22. You need to do something. Let's look at every team's leading goal kicker at the halfway point. The Crows, they are currently leading goal kicker is Tony Modra with 42 goals. For the Lions, it is Alistair Lynch of 32. Jonathan Brown and Charlie Cameron are not too far behind. This Lions team they're just a free scoring team. Carlton. Their best goal kicker so far is Stephen Kernahan on 29. Collingwood's best goal kicker is Brendan Favola on 27. Well, he would have been their best goal kicker if he played in 2010. For the Magpies instead of the Brisbane Lions. Essendon. Well, their forwards need to do a lot more. They just can't keep giving Matthew Lloyd the goals all the time. He's on 56 goals. They need Scott Lucas to start. Scott Lucas needs to start kicking some big bags. Come on, Scotty. Start kicking some bags of goals. Like he did in 06 and 07. Like one time when he kicked 7 in the last quarter against the Eagles in Perth. I actually remembered that game. I watched it on the telly. For the Dockers, meanwhile, their best goal kicker, that's a kind of a shock. It's Justin Lomio on 11 goals. This Dockers team really need to step it up. Pavlich needs to step it up this season. Geelong. Their best goal kicker is Gary Ablett Sr. on 43. For the Suns, meanwhile, your best goal kicker is Ben King on a miserable 6 goals. Seems this team just can't attack. Giants. Their best goal kicker is Jeremy Cameron on 19. Hawthorn. It's the Chief, Jason Dunstall on 50 goals. Roughhead. I think Dunstall needs to have a bit of a rest. Allow the likes of Roughhead, Buddy. Allow the likes of Roughhead, Buddy, Cyril, Brewster, or even Gutster to run amok. Or Piopolo. When required. Melbourne. Their best goal kicker is Bailey Fritsch on 14. North Melbourne. Theirs is Craig Shaw on 26. I thought Wayne Carey was going to lead the goal kicking for this side. Port Adelaide. Best goal kicker is Gavin Wanganeen on 25. Warren Treadray's not too far behind with 1 goal behind. For the Tigers. Richmond's best goal kicker is Lachlan Brown on 49 goals. He would have made it 50 if he played against Sydney. St Kilda. There's his Nick Rewald on 24 and time with Stevie Milne. Oh man, the G train needs to lift his game. Fraser Garrick, if you're watching this video, you need to lift your game up. You need to lift your game up full forward for the 09 Saints. You're just letting Nick and Steven run amok. For the Swans. Their best goal kicker is Tony Plugger Lockett on 33 goals. West Coast. Their best goal kicker is up. It's again Brendan Favola on 31. He would have kicked that many goals if he was on the Eagles in 2006. Western Bulldogs. Their best goal kickers are both Josh Bruce and Luke Dowhouse on 19. How's that possible? How's that possible in the stats? Sophie Marlin kicked 2 goals for Collingwood and 35 for Richmond. Well, I actually created 2 versions of her in that one. I had one version played for Collingwood and another played for Richmond. That answers the question. Anyways, that would do for the halfway point of a season review.